Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We are going to get into this tarot card reading in just a minute. First, go ahead and subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would. Please and thank you. Go ahead, share, like, and follow if you would. And go ahead, hit that bell so you don't miss anything here at Hangman Tarot. And while you're waiting for me to get all ready here, I want you to go check out the subscribe button. Don't forget it, okay? Also, please check out Struggle Jennings, Brianna Harness, that's his eldest daughter. Go check out their music. I did go to their concert, and oh my god, I encourage the music. I encourage what it is that they do. It is an amazing line of music and family, and it's, I mean, where could you go wrong there? Sorry, my eyebrow. Okay, so we are going to get into this reading. I'm a little delirious. I'm tired. So, no, I'm not stoned. I know everybody's like, are you stoned? Everybody thinks I'm stoned when I'm tired. No, I'm just tired. I don't do drugs, people. I don't do drugs, folks. And if I did, I would look really funny. I mean, usually I do. I mean, I did. Okay, I'm going to get moving forward here. So we're going to get into William Harness. I know, it's Struggle Jennings, a real name. He's the age of 42. He was born May 31, 1980. He is a Gemini, he's a twin sign. He was born in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to get into his reading straight away. I already got some oracle cards here, but mostly, again, this is all about the tarot cards. Just kind of getting into a surface energy, just wondering, basically, what it is. What do we got going on? Right timing on something. Something that is focused is something that is a focus, and it's an art. And it's almost like, can he make this focus such a focus? Could he make it an art? Could he make it something creative? That's how focused he is on something specific right now. But it's like, is the timing right here? Is there enough time for something to put light on something that could have been in the shadows of things? There could be some truths coming out. I'm definitely seeing some shadow work that could be being done here also. But I feel like there could even be 3 things involved here. 3 people, 3 things. Whatever the hell that means. I don't even know what that means. But that's just if it resonates or aligns with him on this. And this is all surrounding anything to do probably with something where he kind of goes in his head. So it's like, where can he get into the focus of things? Where can he get into planning something, getting, in a communication of things? Where can he forget about coping with something and just get into it? Is he in his head too much here? Is this becoming a conflict because of that? Let's find out a little bit more about it. What else is aligning here? What's influencing this and him going in his head about it? Okay, so the reason that he goes in his head about it, because this is already something that he's dealing with. And this is the timing. This is when it's happening. It's not about, is this the right timing? This is happening. This is just where they're at on things, or where he's at on things. And the reflecting, the growing on things, the movement and the clarity, the power behind it is substantial. There's just a large amount of inspiration and creativity that's going into this. Now, this could have anything to do with the mind stuff. It could also have something to do with passion, or a little bit of both. Planning something passionate, planning something that he has been dreaming about, has his eyes set on something, his goals. Anything really rooted underneath the situation would have to be a career, something really generous. But I feel like, again, anything generous or anything charity he's behind, it's powerful. Something he's pushing, and it definitely could be something that he put a lot of work and a lot of detail into. I feel like anything to do with issues of money and just putting forth some sort of power or generosity towards these issues. Now, this could also have something to do with his possessions. It could have something to do with his properties, the things that he owns, or the things that he's possessive over. But I do feel like this is having something to do with, being at the table with somebody else or something else. So something he sits at a table with and he is generous with, and he, lights a candle for, if you will. So it's something important to him. And yeah, these are things that probably come out of the woodwork and come out of the shadows. Anything going on in the past that has anything to do with this is just kind of being the fool about it. The only reason that this is maybe just like, is this the right timing? Am I too focused on this? Am I not too focused on this? Is because in the past, he was a fool for love. In the past, he's had his heart ripped out of his chest, my man. Okay? He's had this, and he deals with this daily, this loss, this grief. It's almost mind-numbing. It just yanks on him, and it pulls on him, and it really has built a lot of compassion within Struggle Jennings. And that's where all of this generosity comes from, all this power, all this ambition, all of these things that are, behind this reliable source of, him sitting at this table with others. This is what he does, okay? So anything, though, that might be pulling him back or, putting him in his head is because, he has been the fool. He's jumped without really looking. He has led the blind with the blind. He's been the blind. And it really put him in a place of grief. He has been there. He's been in places of grief, and this didn't feel as supported. And during this time, this heartbreak, it may not have felt as connected, or he may not have felt like he had support when it happened, if that makes sense, or if that aligns for anybody who is a fan of Struggle Jennings, okay? The root lining, or the root cause of this, is somebody within his circle or his community. Okay, anybody who has anything to do with making him feel safe, or, making him feel complete, making him feel whole. This has kind of either pulled him out of it, or it's what put him in it. I feel like it pulled him out of it. I feel like there was a celebration almost, a coming home type thing. Coming and becoming a part of something bigger than what he was, bigger than his heartbreak, But because he still sits in that grief, he still sits in that loss, but not in like a, I'm not going to work on it type of way. Because he puts all of his, he's thinking about everybody but himself. He thinks about a lot of other people besides himself. And that's really clear from, kind of his biography of who he is. So I do feel like, though, that this group or this crew, this kind of make him whole again, especially when it took him out of that loss, took him out of that grief, that thing that he walked into blind, okay? The thing that has him in his head about whatever he's trying to give to right now. Because it is the right timing, but is he putting too much focus on it, And that's just very much putting him in his head. Anything upcoming here is him really seeking out that freedom, really searching for something different, really wanting to be ahead of the game here. And anything influencing that is just understanding what is to come. It's almost like he doesn't want any chaos around it. He doesn't want anything to fuck up the optimism here, the sunshine around it, or, the brightness of it, because it's really bright and beautiful, and it's a new beginning, whatever this is. I do think that this person is younger than him. Could be an air sign, could be an earth sign also. He thinks they're the sun. He thinks whatever this creative outlet is, or whatever is making him super ambitious and kind of making him run towards his freedom, his own happiness, seeking out something here that maybe he doesn't have fully planned, but the intention is fierce. This person or this thing is his sunshine. This is all about the sun. The sun card is definitely the surrounding here. The underlying root here is whatever or whoever this situation is, or this person or this experience for him. I feel like this person doesn't feel as safe, or whatever this thing is that he's going towards, whatever he's moving towards. It's like they're kind of hiding or nesting away, or just trying to isolate and find safety within themselves. They don't seem to feel as safe, and they're just keeping their heart really close to them. Okay? So whatever that might be. I do feel like the end result here is that he's going to keep going. He's going to feel like a little dowdy, every now and again, because he's going to feel really exhausted over the situation. And I feel like with anything like that, you're going to come to a place where you're really exhausted, especially on the external. We're going to see this kind of thing. We're going to see him start running out of steam, but he'll have enough stamina to keep going, because he's Struggle Jennings. I mean, come on now. Doubt is no match for this man, darling. I do have to say so. But there's been a lot of focus and a lot of time and a lot of things that have gone into whatever it is that he's trying to push towards. Whatever he's trying to push towards. Anything that he has passion for, something that he might be creating, something that inspires him, or he's inspired to move towards them. I mean, this is all about starting a venture, starting something new, starting something that can push his intentions towards this. And whatever this is, it is light and it is bright, okay? And he understands what is to come. He understands that this is going to be very bright and it's going to be out there and you're going to see it. It's going to be very external. So that'll be exciting when it does hit or when it does come. So just keep going, whatever that might mean. Let's get our last couple cards here. Okay, there is the factor of judgment, and he, in fact, doesn't really give a shit. He, in fact, invites the judgment, and he feels like the judgment will be super balanced. There is always a fear of, you know, the harsh critics or the harsh judgment, especially when somebody collaborates with another person or experience. It's just everybody has a fucking opinion, right? So, I mean, there is the idea that there will be judgment that comes with this, but I think it's going to be balanced, especially whenever it's on its way. I do feel like the choice here to pair up with this person or this experience or the situation to collaborate creatively is going to be a nice experience. Now, there is a King of Cups who could be influencing something also here. So there could be a water sign here, but this person's kind of more about the money, whoever this is. And this person is probably feminine energy. This person is a loving individual. There's nothing wrong with this human, but this person has their own agenda with him. So the judgment would be coming more so from them. They're judging the situation because they're like, I like the money and I don't want it to bother my money. Because they might be involved with this person love-wise, family-wise, within whatever they do as far as work. That all could have something to do with this. But to feel complete, to feel safe, this person's like, don't take my money. Do not take my money. So if somebody is around him who does enjoy the money, they do enjoy the financial endeavor of it. That's where we're at. So, please go ahead, hit subscribe. I am going to get into Jelly Roll's reading today, as well as Bunny and Yellow Wolf. So we'll be getting into a couple more musicians today. That'll be exciting to get into their readings. Also, I hope that you enjoyed the Struggle Jennings reading. Please go ahead, hit subscribe. Go ahead, share, like, and follow, and click that bell. You know what that does. It definitely brings you back here. I will notify you. It will annoy you a few times a day, so if that sounds okay to you, please go ahead and click it. Other than that, my name is Jordan. Please enjoy the rest of your beautiful day.